Raytheon still makes at least video cards for computers, as far as I know. But if he was that advanced back in the early 1900s, maybe there is some credence to the idea that the government or certain, aspects of the government may have had better computing power than we're told, or at least earlier on than we're told.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I've heard that claim made. But, I've never heard of that guy. The only thing that rang a bell at all was Raytheon, because I have bought Raytheon graphics cards before.
Yeah, I mean, just the big point of, I see the NSF because I've dealt with them in emails and trying to get them to provide video footage of the 24-hour sun and going back and forth with the NSF. They're a complete and total joke. And, to see what has become of science since those years, it was really 1920 when you get all the Einstein and you get the, relativity. Again, I'll keep saying it, and no one's been able to give me an answer that makes any sense, that we are told that relativity is the truth, that relativity is the going belief in this universe, and that means relativity says that there is no absolute motion, meaning you can't say anything orbits anything because it's all relative. Yet they teach our children in school and at every corner and in every video and in every Neil deGrasse speech that the Earth orbits the sun. And those two things are complete and total opposites. In fact, if relativity is true, then saying that the Earth orbits the sun is unscientific. It is not even a scientific question that can be brought up. And it's not just brought up, it's taught. And if you say anything opposite of that, you're considered an idiot, when it cannot be possible for it to be a scientific question. Relativity says there is no absolute motion. If you tell somebody, hey, the Earth orbits the sun, that is absolute motion. You're granting it motion that it is independent of something else, which it's not. If it's relativity, then the Earth stands, and you can look at the sun and say it's going around you, or you can stand on the sun and say the Earth's going around me. It's all relative, and the fact that those two things exist and both of them are being taught is an absolute slap in the face. They're telling you there can be nothing that orbits anything else because it's all relative. Then in the next sentence they're saying, but you orbit the sun. I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense. And nobody can explain that because there is no explanation other than science has an agenda. That agenda is to make sure you don't feel that you're in the middle. There's no way you ever even question that. There's no possible way you're the center of the universe. There's no possible way you're important. We're just a speck of dust in the middle of endless space. And for those people saying, oh, well, take a picture of the underside of the Earth or take a picture of the edge. Well, like you said, John, take a picture of the edge of space. I mean, what's more believable? That or the fact that there's endless space for, what's 100 quadrillion miles that way? More space and more planets and more suns. And I mean, it's all such nonsense to believe that. And then to go into the whole idea of, just light years alone and the distances involved, it's all horseshit, and people eat it up. They love it. And look into that Claude Shannon too. He was right there with, in fact, I think he was what do you call it? When you have a thesis, you have like a teacher that I don't know what they call it, your advisor. I think your doctoral advisor or something. But I think his advisor was actually Vannevar Bush. And Shannon basically came up with information theory with, and you can find his landmark paper. It was called a mathematical theory of communication. And he did that when he was like 21 years old. He founded digital circuits. So all the things that we use in our computers and our cell phones were all developed by this guy, Claude Shannon. And once that got going, I think that they just simply, realized that they could lie about something as long as, and that's why people say, oh, you hate science. What do you think about your cell phone? What do you think about, I love applied sciences. Anything that we can test, and I mean, look at the crazy things that have been done in this world. Sometimes you have to stand back in awe of what humans have been capable of doing. Where I draw the line is when you start talking theoretical sciences, and whether you believe it or not, everything above our heads is theoretical. The size of the sun, the size of the moon, how far it is, how far the sun is, what's it made of, what are stars, how far are they, all that stuff, even gravity. Even, these theories that people bank their entire lives on are nothing but theoretical ideas, and nobody wants to question them anymore. They want to just buy in, even though 96% of the universe has never been observed. They flat out say, oh, it's dark energy, dark matter.
Right.